This cake takes direct inspiration from the glorious Vietnamese beverage of the same name. Sweet, milky, and strong in caffeine, this cake has everything you love about Vietnamese iced coffee, plus some chocolate ganache for good measure. This is a moist coffee cake with silky chocolate ganache. It's topped with coffee and chocolate flavoured sweetened condensed milk frosting that is so smooth and delicious. Let's begin with our cake. So we're going to be adding some all-purpose flour, some baking powder and some fine salt to a large mixing bowl. You want to whisk that together until it's well combined. Set that aside and to a separate bowl, and today I'm using Peggy my stand mixer. I'm going to be adding some unsalted butter, some brown sugar and vanilla bean paste, but you can use vanilla extract if you like. We're going to cream these ingredients together for about 3 minutes until they're pale and fluffy. Scrape down the bowl and then add your eggs one at a time, mixing each time and scraping down before you add the next egg. So you'll need 3 eggs all up. Scrape down the bowl, add some Greek yogurt or sour cream. This is going to help make the cake moist. And a coffee shot, and mix that on low speed until everything is well combined. Scrape down, add half of your dry ingredients and half of the milk. Mix that until it's well combined. Then add the remaining dry and the remaining milk and mix that until everything is well combined. We're going to be adding the batter between 2 8-inch cake tins. I've just lined the bottom with some baking paper and sprayed the bottom and sides. These are going to go in the oven to bake for 45 minutes on 140 degrees Celsius. Let's move on to making that chocolate ganache. So you're going to add some chocolate, heavy cream, some instant coffee powder to a large heat-proof bowl, and you're going to microwave this for 20 seconds at a time, mixing each time until it's nice and smooth. Set that aside to set at room temperature. Our cake's baked beautifully. We're going to peel the baking paper off the bottom of the cake and we're just going to trim the top off just to flatten the cake. So we're going to do that to both cakes. I'm going to be using a cake board today, but you can just use a serving plate if you prefer. And we're going to be adding a little bit of that set ganache on the bottom, just a little bit to help the cake stick to it. Add the first layer of cake, then add half of your ganache and spread it around nice and evenly. Add the second layer of cake and add the rest of the ganache on top. Spread it around the top and the sides of the cake. It doesn't have to look perfect, but get it as neat as you can. This is going to go in the fridge to chill for about 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to make the frosting, which is really easy. Fill a large pot with some boiling water about 1/4 of the way and add a heat-proof bowl on top. Add your egg whites and sugar, and you're going to whisk that until everything is nice and smooth and the sugar dissolves. So when you run it between 2 fingers and you can't feel any of those sugar grains, then it's ready to take off. I'm going to pour this into my stand mixer bowl and add a little bit of salt and vanilla extract. With the whisk attachment, we're going to whip this up for about 5 minutes until it's nice and thick and glossy. Then you're going to begin adding some unsalted butter, which has been softened by the way, about 1 tablespoon at a time while the mixer is on high speed. You're going to notice that this is going to cause that meringue to deflate and it's going to go really liquidy and look like it's split, but that's completely normal because once you've added all of the butter, this is, after it continues mixing, going to come together and form our beautiful frosting. Once that's happened, you're going to add your sweetened condensed milk and continue whipping. We're going to split the frosting into 3 bowls. Now, to one bowl, we're going to add some coffee. You're going to mix that in, and that's going to form our light frosting. To another bowl, you're going to add some chocolate sauce and mix that. That's going to form our medium dark frosting. Add some of the white frosting around the top and sides of the cake. Then, using a spatula, you're just going to spread or kind of like smudge the light frosting on the bottom and top of the sides of the cake. Then add some of that medium chocolate frosting on top, and finish by adding some chocolate sauce. And you can grab the recipe for some really good 1 bowl chocolate sauce over on my website at scranline.com. This is all about layering, guys, and you want to make it kind of look like, you know, when you add milk or sweetened condensed milk in this case to really dark coffee and it does that really cool cloudy thing. That's the look that we're going for. I'm just going to use a piping bag fitted with a 6B piping tip to pipe some swirls on top of the cake before we finish it with some coffee beans. And guys, this is ready to slice up and serve and enjoy with your morning coffee, because who says you can't have cake with coffee in the morning? Well, you're an adult, so you can make those decisions. This recipe lives on my website, thescranline.com. A link for that is in the box below. If you'd like to hit the like button, that would help me out a lot. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen. I'll see you all on the next episode of the Scran Line.